First question is, a hydrogen atom in a state having a binding energy of 0.85 eV makes a transition to a state with an excitation energy of 10.2 electron volt. Calculate the energy of the emitted photon. Here we are considering an energy levels having an energy 0.85 eV, and from that state it makes a transition to a state with an excitation energy of 10.2 eV. So the excitation energy usually represented in terms of the ground state. That is, the excitation energy is the energy difference between that state and the ground state. So if you are considering two energy states, one is represented by EF and another one is EI, then the excitation energy delta E can be represented as delta E is the, or excitation energy is the difference between that state. Let it is EF minus the ground state, it is EI. Then this is expression for the excitation energy, that is the energy difference between that state and the ground state. So here the excitation energy is given as 10.2 eV, that is this delta E, it is 10.2 eV, it is given as. It is the difference between a particular state and the ground state. The particular state is, we have to find out EF, minus this ground state, it is minus 13.6 eV. 13.6 eV. That is, it will give minus 13.6. So the energy of the state is, here it is the EF, it is, that is 10.2 eV minus 13.2 eV, 13.6 eV. It is something about 3.4 eV, 3.4 eV. So the transition takes place from an energy, from a state having energy 0.5 eV to a state having energy 3.4 eV. So the energy difference between the two states, it is considered as the energy of the emitted photon. That is, according to the Bohr condition, this h nu will be equal to this E2 minus E1, where E2 and E1 are the considered energy levels. From E2 to E1, if the transition takes place, the energy absorbed by the photon will be h nu. Here similarly, from this level, that is an energy level having, from a state having an energy 0.85 eV to a state having energy 13.6. So the energy of the emitted photon will be that is minus 0.85 EV minus 3.4 EV. This is the energy transition. It will give, that is 2.55 eV. That is energy of the emitted photon. The next problem is, calculate the de Broglie wavelength of an electron having a kinetic energy of 100 eV. Calculate the de Broglie wavelength of an electron having a kinetic energy of 1000 eV. Compare the result with the wavelength of X-rays having the same energy. We know that the kinetic energy, it is E is equal to half mv square. So if we multiply this numerator and denominator by m, it will give m square v square this way. But mv is the momentum, linear momentum, it is p square by 2m. That is, p square or p can be written as root of 2m into e. Is the momentum. Then the de Broglie wavelength, the lambda is h by mv or h by p. It can be written as h by root of 2me. Here we are considering the case of an electron where m is the mass of the electron. The mass, it is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kilogram, and the energy, it is 1000 eV. 1000 eV, it can be converted into joule. That is 1 eV is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 16. 1 electron volt is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 90. Therefore, the 1000 eV will be, that is 1.6 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to minus 19. That is 10 raised to minus 16. That is this joule. Therefore, the equation becomes 6.634 into 10 raised to minus 34 divided by root of 2 into 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 into the energy will be 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 60. This is the value of the de Broglie wavelength of an electron, and it gives approximately some 0.39 into 10 raised to minus 10 or Armstrong. And compare the result with the wavelength of X-rays having the same energy. For an X-ray, we know that E is equal to h nu. In the case of an X-ray, the energy is given by E is equal to h nu. Therefore, this h nu can be represented as hc by lambda. Therefore, lambda is equal to hc by E. So here energy is given 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 16 and H is 6.634 into 10 raised to minus 34. C is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. By substituting these values, we get the lambda of the X-ray is about 12.42 Armstrong. 12.42 Armstrong. Therefore, compare the result with the wavelength of X-rays having the same energy. We can just compare this one. That is taking the ratio. That is the wavelength of X-rays divided by the wavelength of de Broglie wavelength of electrons. It gives, that is the X-ray wavelength is 12.42 divided by the electron wavelength is 0.39. 0.39 Armstrong, so it will give 31.85. The next problem is, what potential difference must be applied to stop the fastest photoelectrons emitted by a surface when electromagnetic radiation of frequency 7.5 into 10 raised to 15 Hz is allowed to fall on it. The work function of the surface is 15 eV. So from the equation of the photoelectric effect, we know that the energy of the incident photon is equal to the work function plus the kinetic energy of the emitted photoelectrons, or the kinetic energy of the emitted photoelectrons is equal to h nu minus h nu 0. And here we are giving the frequency of the incident photon as 7.5 into 10 raised to 15 Hz. That is h into this nu is given, that is h value is 6.634 into 10 raised to minus 34 divided by into this nu is 7.5 into 10 raised to 15 minus this h nu 0 is the work function. It is already given 15 eV. So it is given 15 eV, but it is in electron volt. This is in joule. This term is in joule, h nu. So 1 eV is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. So we can convert this term into joule. Sorry, EV. This is already EV, so we can convert this into EV. So for converting it into EV, divided this by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Then it will give in EV, electron volt. Then the value will be, it is 31.09 EV minus 15 EV. And the difference is about 16.09 electron volt. It is 16.09 electron volt. So the kinetic energy is half m square is, the kinetic energy of the emitted electron is this 16.09 electron volt. So if we apply a potential which is equivalent to this kinetic energy, then it is sufficient to stop this potential energy. This potential is sufficient to stop the fastest photoelectrons. Then we can equate this potential difference. It is equal to this half m square. Then this energy is sufficient to stop this electrons. Then we can consider this potential as, that is the potential difference applied, it is, or the stopping potential. It is also called stopping potential. It is 16.09. It is 16.09 electron volt. Stopping potential. It is also called stopping potential. It is